Hey kids, it's the Rock Dog Mike Allen, and I've got a guest in the studio, and as always, guests get to introduce themselves. Tell me who you are and where you're from.
I'm Brian Tittman. I live in East Bernard, Texas.
All right, Brian, you make a living having 2,000-pound animals trying to kill you. Let's start there. What's that like?
Most of them bulls, they're pretty nice. None of them are trying to really hurt you. They're like, as long as you respect them, and I respect them. I mean, I couldn't see them doing anything else. I have a lot of respect for the animals, and they're like your best friends.
Okay, but it's basically, and we talked about this before the interview, it's basically like a Toyota Yaris trying to charge your face. So how do you handle an animal that size without hurting you and hurting the animal?
The animal never gets hurt. They get treated better than we do, to be honest with you. They have pretty much like AC pins. They get all the water and food they want. They're probably taken care of better than I am.
All right, so let's talk about you. How do you not get hurt?
I just do the best that I can. I just ride the bulls and get off, land on my feet, and everything's safe, and just thank God for what I do. I mean, what we do is just, it's hard to wrap it around. You just kind of do the best you can to keep safe, and everything else goes good. The fans love it. We give a good show and move on with it.
Let's start there. What got you into this business?
My dad and grandpa.
Yeah? Both bull riders?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My grandpa was better than my dad, but it all worked out.
Your dad's not going to be happy when he sees the video.
Yeah, no, it's okay. And I started when I was 3 years old. They put me on my first little calf, and I've loved it ever since then.
All right. So what got you into professional bull riding? Because that's different than just,
Once
working a bull
I
out of the
turned
house.
18, I decided, hey, I'm pretty darn good. Let's make a living out of it and stop wasting time. And it was either that or play football, and I decided I wanted to ride bulls. My heart was more to it.
Let's talk about that, because you had a football career that was a possibility as well, and you chose the 2,000-pound animal versus the 280-pound lineman charging at you. What made you change your mind?
When I grew up and I was a little kid in pre-K, teacher walked around and asked you what you wanted to be, and we all wrote on cards. Well, I wanted to be a bull rider. Everyone else wanted to be a cop or something. And I figured if that was what I wanted to be, that's what I was going to do. So I stuck with it, and I played football. I mean, I was really good at it. I was probably one of the best receivers, probably top 5 in the Houston area. And I just didn't feel like I was going to get any bigger, so I figured why not go this way and stay with the dream that you first started with. Okay,
well, I've known a couple of wide receivers. Can you still catch that ball?
Yeah, I can catch it.
Okay. See, that's the thing about all of them. They all believe they can still catch that ball. So this weekend, you've got gear here. Let's talk about what you guys do. When you suit up for this, it's basically a padded vest, the helmet, the whole 9 yards. How do you avoid getting hurt?
The vests right here, they're made. They're pretty much. They take a good impact. They're a shell-made thing, and they're going to take as much impact as they can.
It's kind of like Kevlar, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically what we're talking about.
Yeah, and that protects all your chest and all that good stuff. And then the next thing would be your helmet. If I had to take the 2 best things I'd ever need would be the helmet. This right here protects your head from any kind of head injury, and that's the thing to go nowadays. I wouldn't get on any bull without it. And now their helmets are getting more improved and better, so they're making helmets.
Well, all the sports are really kind of working on that to avoid head injury, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And your chaps, they're pretty much there for show because they're just something to flap around. Looks kind of
but
cool.
how do you decide what's on that show? I mean, that's a decision too, right?
What's that?
How do you decide what you're going to put on your chaps? I mean,
everyone's I want the cross on it. I want the Lord always with me. Okay. So everyone's a little different, and my color's always been black. I just like the color, to be honest with you. I just kind of always went with it.
I've worked in rock and roll for a long time. I'm into black too.
You're black too. Right. And our spurs, this right here, you really don't need them when you ride bulls. A lot of people think you do, but you really don't. They're just a secondary thing. They're nice and dull. They don't hurt you. All of the judges and stuff, they check these things every single weekend, so the bull's safe. Their bull's really good to take care of.
Yeah.
Then it goes to our rope. This is the next and most important thing.
Now, when you put your hand in there, you're going to be resisting a couple thousand pounds of force trying to throw you off.
Yes, sir.
So how do you rope it up?
You put your hand in here like this, and when you have a guy in the back of the bucket chute that'll be pulling it up, they pull this other end, and when he pulls it up, it'll come around. And what we do is, Lord, just lay it across the top of your hand, then you bring it around one time, and you wrap it back in front.
Okay.
And every guy's a little different. Some guys like it tighter than others. I like mine, like on the bull, I like it loose. Some guys like it tighter on the bull. But again, it's not hurting the bull one bit.
But what makes that decision for you? Is it just a feel thing?
Just a hand preference. Like I like to, if a bull moves and bucks forward, my hand, it can all move. So you have to go with his momentum. If it's too tight and a bull like bloats a little bit, they can pull the rope from your hand. But it just depends on, like I said, depends on the rider and how you feel. And I ride more on balance than I do strength because I don't have the strength a lot of guys do.
Okay. Well, I mean, well, you're fighting a 2,000-pound bull. You're going to lose. But when you start into that interaction with you and the bull, and you've seen these bulls multiple times, I assume, how do you're getting on the bull. What's that first moment about?
To be honest with you, you just kind of block everything out. You know that it's your time to shine. So once that gate opens, the crowd's there, you can hear them, but you're pretty much zoned into what your main focus is, and that's the bull. And if you can just dance with him and enjoy the ride, it'll all go smooth after that.
Okay, dismount, because that's important because you don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
No?
No. I've always been, I was always told they don't pay to get off, so
fair. Okay.
I've always hold on the best I could, and just when it came time, most of the time it's always been pretty darn good to get off, but I don't ever get off the way I should get off, but it always works out the right way. And the bullfighters are out there; they do the best job. I wouldn't get on anything without them in the arena.
Now the bullfighters themselves, I mean, in the old days they were rodeo clowns. I mean, how do they avoid getting hurt in this deal? Because it's, you know, they're trying to distract the bull long enough for you to get clear, right?
Yeah. Well, they have an eye that we don't have. So if you land and you're back to the bull, they have the gap before you. So bull's most likely going to he's not trying to hurt you. He's just trying to do his job. He's bred to do that, just like we're bred to get on these bulls. So they're just trying to have fun like we're having fun. So when the bullfighter has his advantage to just scoop in there and get one pass, most of the bulls go with him.
Okay. All right. The PBR is happening this weekend. You can see it over at Colonial Life Arena. Details on the show itself.
We still have tickets available. They're $18 at Ticketmaster.
All right. So if you're interested, go to Ticketmaster.com, get yourself some tickets for this thing, and hang out and watch these guys do that dance. I mean, it's really is a dance at this point, yeah?
Yeah, and it's an awesome show. There's fireworks, live music. Everyone can be out there. It's an awesome deal.
Come on out and see us. We're broadcasting live on the Fox.